First off, just maybe a note on this season as a whole. 39 games in the books, second spot, and getting set for playoff hockey here this weekend.
Yeah, I thought it was a different year, obviously, with what the world's going through, battling the COVID-19 virus, and for our team to make to play hockey during those trying times. I thought it's a big commitment from ownership on down through the management, the coaching staff, and the players, and a lot of really positive results for our team. Obviously, securing second place means that we host during the playoffs, and that's a big thing for our organization. But what I really liked is the character of our group, our perseverance, stick-to-itiveness, their work for each other. I think it's a positive reflection on the city of Bakersfield, and as we all know, that is our main goal, is to make the city proud of us.
Start with Mike Griffith.
Yeah, some published reports about players didn't really want to play in any postseason thing, but the Pacific Division's doing it. That said, what do you get out of this as a coach? Is this just about being able to get some playoff intensity and that type of experience for the players?
Well, as a coach, you always look forward to the challenges that are presented to you. And right now we're scheduled to play the playoffs here. We're hosting a very good hockey team. It's the best 2 out of 3 series. And I think every time that you have the chance to demonstrate your skills as a player, every time you have a chance to ice a team in a competitive situation, I think it's to the benefit of everybody. So as a coaching staff, we're excited about this opportunity in front of us, which is a very good hockey team in the San Diego Gulls coming in here tomorrow night.
Follow up here. The Gulls, the home ice seems very, very important against the Gulls because not so good down in their barn, a lot of those games early in the season, and 3-1 against them at home. What do you see for this matchup? What's it going to take to come out with the win?
Well, I think we need all facets of our game clicking. I think every game that we played against that team was ultra competitive. There's a lot of first round draft picks on their team, and they had some guys get sent back from Anaheim and all that kind of stuff. But that's all. That's good for them, and that's their situation. For us, I think we've had the most success here in Bakersfield when we put our concentration and our efforts into building our game and to playing our game and playing towards an identity. And I think that identity for us is simple. It's straightforward. It's direct. It's playing the game by exerting pressure in all 3 zones. And we're excited about this challenge that this high-flying San Diego Gulls team presents us.
Jonathan Singh.
Hey, Coach Woodcroft, in a 3-game series, would you say there is less wiggle room in terms of a shortened series compared to a 5 or a 7-game series?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you want to start well. You want to assert your game plan right from the drop of the puck. You don't want to have to dip your toe in the water, so to speak. You want to be running off the dock and having a big cannonball into the lake. And that said, our players are quite aware that we're going to play the guys that are going. We don't have time to wait for anybody. We're going to make decisions based on the real-time information that our players are giving us. We'll make adjustments if they're needed. And but like I said, I think, John, for us, the big thing is to play the way that got us to this point. There's been a lot of real good hockey played here during the 2021 season. And we want to play towards that and elevate and grow, get better.
And Coach, you also mentioned home ice, a well-deserved spot for you guys. For you guys not to have to travel and leave town, does that make things maybe a bit more comfortable on your end?
Sure. Yeah, sure. We feel quite comfortable here in Mechanics Bank Arena. Obviously, our home record speaks for itself. I think we had a historic run at one point in our year and in terms of a winning streak at home. And that speaks towards our players, feeling good in this building. And for us, it was important that we secured home ice. We wanted to finish as high as we could. And we went on a really good run towards the end of our season, and we're able to do that. And we're going to try and take full advantage of it.
Taylor Shaw, KGT.
Coach, looking back to the beginning of the year, there was no playoff format when you guys played your first game at home. There was no fans in the stands. Majority of the year, there was no fans in the stands. Now you guys will have playoff intensity hockey with fans in the stands. How surreal is that?
Yeah, it's just these are the times we're living in, and we've asked our players right from the get-go to be flexible, to be understanding, to take one day at a time, but to think about where we were at the beginning of January when we weren't sure if there was even going to be a season or not. Then to get all these athletes into town, go through a training camp, make sure that everybody was safe right from day one in terms of our testing protocols and whatnot. To get to the point now where there's fans in the building and playing some pretty meaningful hockey deep into the month of May, I think it bodes well for all of our players. And it's exciting times to be a Bakersfield Condor. And like I said, we're excited about the challenge because we know we're going to get pushed by a very good team in San Diego.
Thank you, Coach.
Any follow-ups? I'll open it up.
Yeah, a lot of changes over the season with injuries and whatnot. And you've always said you're proud of the guys that have come in and contributed. I was wondering if any of the injured players are even close to being ready. They haven't played, like Gambardella, Nimali, and those sorts of players. Are they close for the playoffs, or are you with who you finish the season with?
Griff, we're excited about the fact that a few of those guys that have been out of the lineup are day to day. There'll be game time decisions heading in to game one against San Diego. But we're not going to tip our hand in terms of who's coming in to our lineup for tomorrow night. But there's quite a few guys that are excited about their prospects, and they are day to day.